Oke. Oke. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh semuanya. Apa kabar? Baik-baik saja kan semuanya? Alhamdulillah. Okay. So, hi everyone. My name is Anissa Rashid, and I'm a first-generation Indonesian American Muslim. I'm going to emphasize the Muslim part, living here in Los Angeles. As you could tell and heard from Brother Honest, yes, I'm hijabi. And Alhamdulillah, bulan ini, bulan November, adalah 10 tahun. It's been 10 years since I wore the hijab. And I'm just gonna remind you, my parents did not paksain aku atau apapun. Ini karena keinginan aku sendiri di umur 7 tahun. Dan Alhamdulillah, dari sejak itu aku berhijab. Alhamdulillah. Of course, as a hijabi living in the United States, I faced so much challenges, especially starting at the age of 7. So itu kelas 2 SD. Yeah. So here's the story of how I began a hijabi. On a random day in November, at the young age of 7, I made the biggest decision of my life. Well, which is a hijabi. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I didn't know that myself or my parents thought I would wear the hijab at 7. They thought I would begin to wear the hijab when I was 20 or married. But as you can tell, aku masih 17 tahun dan belum nikah. Tapi insyaAllah, tapi sekolah dulu ya. Sekolah dulu. I'm gonna get that degree. Okay. So, as you can tell, both of my parents were gembira. Aku masih ingat waktu papa bilang, ya Allah makasih anakku, ya Allah makasih anakku berhijab. And itulah bapak saya, Erwin Rashid, itulah bapak saya. And itu yang ngerekam situ adalah ibu aku, Ita Rashid. So of course, my mom was concerned about my well-being because of course in America we have faced so much discrimination, especially as hijabis, we face more discrimination than men. My mom was worried that I would get assaulted, and there's a story to it. Yes, I did get assaulted, sadly, at the age of 8. But guess what? That made me stronger and become the person I am today. And of course, in society, we have so many beauty standards, right? And I know social media right now prefers women who have this ideal look of being skinny, tall, have like an ideal body type, or, you know, buka aurat kan. Tapi just know that every hijabi here, ibu-ibu semuanya yang pakai hijab, you are beautiful. Allahumma barik. And just know that we are wearing the hijab bukan karena permintaan laki-laki atau keluarga, tapi karena ingin sendiri. It's because of ourselves. Ini kan ibu akhirat ya, it's for ourselves. Yeah. But sadly, ever since I wore the hijab, many people were to recure my hijab. So banyak orang mikir aku punya kanker ya, auzubillahi, tapi ya, many people thought I had cancer, and many people thought I was just part of ISIS, terrorists, yeah. And when I mentioned I was assaulted, it happened when I was at school. Thinking school was a safe space to begin with, it wasn't. So when I was little, I was pretty much sedikit gemuk ya, like low chubby, and the hijab I wore to school that day was sedikit ketat, warna oranye. So as you know, we normally take off the hijab like this, right, ke depanin. Tapi karena orang non-Muslim dan juga nggak tahu hijab kayak apa, they decided to pull my hijab back to the point where aku sesak napas. They were choking me with my own hijab, and you know it was scary because I had no one to back me up. My mom wasn't there, my friends weren't there, only me and Allah. Tapi alhamdulillahnya, Allah came at the perfect timing and told my mom to pick me up at that time. So at the same time, my mom came and picked me up, and we had to talk to the students. At the end of the day, they still terrorized me until I graduated, but I didn't mind because, you know, I wear the hijab to show that I'm a Muslim, but also to, you know, say like, I'm gonna wear no matter what, even if you're gonna take it off my head again. And, you know, it's not just at school, but I have teachers in middle school who would always be like, you know, a Muslim, you guys are terrorists. You kill people in Afghanistan. You're the ones who are killing people in Israel. I'm sorry. You could call us terrorists all you want, but I don't know if you guys know the true meaning of Islam. You guys know what society or what social media has portrayed about Islam, which is mainly fitna or fatwa, which is not good. With that, many people in the United States began to terrorize us and discriminate us till this day, especially what happened in October 7th, with the Israel and Palestine. I know that there's a lot of people that's still getting assaulted. I saw news that a woman in Canada was forced to strip off her hijab in front of an officer, and she refused, obviously, because it's her hijab. But sadly, the hijab was removed forcibly by the police, yet media didn't cover that. No media wants to cover us hijabis getting hurt or assaulted by random people at the streets. No one does. And even if we tell people, they think it's what? Parang cheetah. Bikin ada cheetah. No, it's not, bro. It's really me getting assaulted because I'm wearing a hijab. But I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. The hijab also brings up questions about beauty. I know that many of my friends were ridiculed because they wear the hijab, they cover themselves, but you shouldn't be afraid or feel disgusted because of the hijab. We are misfits in society, but only in America. In Indonesia, di Saudi Arab, di Middle East, di Malaysia, yang berhijab kan cantik, am I not wrong? Ibu-ibu, cantik nggak? Ya kan cantik kan? Benar, cakep. Yang penting itu hatinya yang bagus. Jangan hati yang rusak ya, yang bagus ya. But no matter what, with these 10 years, I also learned to keep my movement. The hijab is also meant for me to show that I'm fighting against society's systematic racism. The hijabs are not this or that, but no, I'm still gonna wear it until I die, inshallah. Now, I'm just gonna say it. I am the president of the Muslim Student Association in my school. And if I'm being honest, if I'm gonna be honest, if it wasn't for me and two of my classmates, which I'm gonna say their names, Shajid Islam and Ridwan Chowdhury, we wouldn't have started the movement of praying in school. And this year, alhamdulillah, the principal and vice principal have given us a room specifically for salat. So during advisory, we'll play duhur. And alhamdulillah, today we actually had Jummah. So we will have Shajid, who is our Islamic coordinator, to make khutbah. And he would normally be the one authorizing the Islamic knowledge and even being our imam. So I'm just telling you this. Yes, I live in America. I face so much discrimination. I've been assaulted before. And memang hidup di sini nggak enak, you know. I know my parents' stories of their immigration isn't easy. I know everybody's immigration stories here isn't easy, especially being a Muslim. I know many here have immigrated before 9/11, and I'm very proud of you guys for sticking strong. Coming here to America alone or together, being a Muslim, finding community. I know community here is getting stronger, alhamdulillah, and I hope it grows. I want to see my kids come here one day, you know. I grew up with this community. This is my home, alhamdulillah. And no matter what, I am a proud first generation Indonesian American Muslim here in Los Angeles. And one more thing to say, I want to say thank you to everyone here, not only to hear my speech, but also to hear Pak Ustad's speech later. So semoga everybody like my story, and jazakallahu khairan everyone. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Allahu Akbar.